Medical science progresses. We know now a great deal about the human body. Have you ever wondered how such knowledge was acquired? Through public-spirited citizens who bequeathed their dead bodies to medical schools? Certainly. But there were never enough of such bodies honestly acquired to satisfy the eager demands of the dissecting rooms. And earlier this century, other sources of supply were tapped.
It's not that. 2 more before the body responds as it must.
And the doctor, he don't.
I'm no doctor, but a man of science, see? And it's men of science we have need of now to attend upon our stricken guest upstairs.
You're like the work, eh, Dr. Campbell?
I'm all yours, Mr. Undertaker, but apoplexy has a worthy member of Parliament. Why, know you upon necessity that set a fracture years ago, of course.
Yes.
That's him now. Called all the way from London. By telegram.
It's the rum, you see, in my face, sir. Rum and sin. But I'm not ready for you yet. Not yet.
Now, he's coming. What did you say his name was? Dr. McFarlane. McFarlane? McFarlane, did you say? Dr. Wolf McFarlane, you know him now. Cannot be told you. Cannot be. Cannot be. McFarlane! McFarlane, did you see it again, McFarlane? Did you see it again? Male or female?
Male, but fresh. As fresh as a newborn daisy, sir.
Then how did
Sir, you know better than to ask a question like that. Would there be any little drop left in the bottle, sir?
No. Now be off with you.
Both of you had your time before. And a good night's sleep to you, sir.
You're late?
You're late, Patsy.
Our specimens get fresher and fresher. How long would you say he'd been dead?
Hard to say. People vary. Your Tanner will last you 9 years.
Yes, but he doesn't look
Mr. Campbell. We are mechanics, not philosophers. And if we're going to be ready for our eager little butchers by 9 o'clock, we shall have to make haste.
Morning, gentlemen. Today we are to discuss the veins and the arteries, those crowded thoroughfares of the body through which passes the whole traffic of our miserable life. For a doctor who makes mistaken vein for an artery is a minor error. Mistaken artery for vein, however, is a grave mistake. Right now, gentlemen, blood from the right side of the heart to the lungs. The aorta conveys blood to the whole of the rest of the body. There go, my dear young students, there go. There's nothing more I can say about this sad little still life upon our stage. Though he must yet come into his own, as a source of knowledge for you future practitioners of a noble calling. For the purposes of detection, we shall apportion this vessel of once pulsating life as follows. The nether limbs to Mr. Butterworth and Mr. Cairn. The trunk to Mr. Gosling and Mr. Dewar. The head to Mr. Here! Mr. Richardson, you promised me the head. Head, how fearfully forgetful of me. I shall rely on the good offices of my two assistants and demonstrators, Mr. McCarthy and Mr. Campbell, to make certain that you have not disappointed again. Right, gentlemen, to your work. Rewarding day. Meet again tomorrow at 10. Always supposing that the fates have been kind enough to provide us with fresh material. Good night, gentlemen. Good night, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good night, sir. Good night. Well, he's a great man to be sure, Mr. Sullivan.
No, so you'd have us believe. My dear friend, you must realize that our instructor's popularity amongst the mob is due almost entirely to the singular incapacity of his rival, the university professor.
Where anatomy is concerned, certainly.
But he thinks highly of us, you know, exploits our talent, to be sure. However, you know what you think. You think he takes advantage of our fine nature? Really? Shall we celebrate the night in our customary fashion, dear friend? At the tavern with Jane. You know, in your rooms, I think, I have no persecutors there. Persecute? If I may say so, sir.
Now, Mr. McFarland, you were saying.
I was saying, sir, that it becomes harder every day, and you must realize...
I realize, Mr. McFarland, that I'm a large and eager class. Whatever the professor may say, the raw material of the anatomist is flesh, bone, and blood.
Raw material which is officially running out, sir.
Funds are provided, are they not?
And what my fellow assistant feels, I imagine, is that the task of acquiring this raw material has its distasteful aspects.
Distasteful?
Distasteful and possibly dangerous.
I should have thought, Mr. McFarland, that squeamishness of this sort would ill become a gentleman who intends to practice surgery. We have an understanding, do we not? The Irishman provides the bodies, we pay the price, we ask no questions. Quid pro quo. Quid pro quo.
I venture to think, sir, that what is troubling our friend is his conscience.
Conscience? We're men of medicine, Mr. McFarland. I take it you are not troubled in this respect.
As you well know, sir, you may depend absolutely on my discretion.
But then you must ensure that you can depend on his, must you not?
punish her. Be quick now. Yes, yes. Almighty God! This little gingerbread. I saw her the other day alive and hearty. I saw her. It's a beautiful thing that body family. But there we are not weak or what? It's not possible. I know her, I tell you.
But you're mistaken, sir. Entirely.
So early after the exertions of the night, but remarkable stamina you do have. Oh, no, please. My friend, prepare yourself for some bad news. The body that brought me last night, the body, what? It was Jane Galbraith. Well, what should we do? What would you have to do? At least say as soon as mended. But she was following me on the student. Someone else might recognize her. Let's hope not. And if anybody does, well, you didn't. Don't you see? There's an answer. Oh, no. Waver. Fact is, none of the money you get sold into the most unholy trouble. You've been a pretty box yourself, so would I come to that. It wouldn't look too good now, would it? But to keep quiet, to pretend, God, you know as well as I do, for all intents and purposes, all our subjects are being murdered. Why, as if you hadn't entertained the possibility. Suspecting is one thing, and proof another. Look, I'm as sorry as you are about poor wee Jane. But if you're the man of the world, I take you to be, you'll do as I do. Say nothing. It's what Sullivan would have us do, I fancy. My question is, why did he choose us to be his assistants? And the answer is simple. Because he didn't want a couple of dithering old wives. But someone will recognize her. Will they?
The task facing us today, my friends, will not be hard. I venture to suggest, altogether unrewarding. We shall be dissecting the body of a young female. A very splendid example, as it happens, of the flowerhood of young womanhood, nipped mutatismus and is in the body. But it is not for us to question the mysteries of a cruel destiny. We shall apportion the body as follows. The upper trunk, Mr. Fox. The nether limbs, Mr. Dillon, Mr. Bigelow, Mr. Hart. The head, to Mr. Richardson. Thank you, sir. But if here, Mr. Richardson, I shall have to disappoint you again. The head seems to have lost some of its pristine beauty. We must see what we can do for you another time.
My dear fellow, I was 1,000 miles away. remarkably high spirits. And why not, pray? Poor Jane has gone unnoticed. No thanks to you. Well, I've decided to adopt your enviably calm disposition as my own. Devil may care, sir. Devil may care. I'm delighted to see it. But you do not look it. Come, let's away for a drink. An old acquaintance of mine has arrived unexpectedly and waits me in my rooms. Well, am I not to meet him? I don't think you'd care to. Well, why not? An old friend of an old friend. Yeah, he happens to be an... But then why not? Why not, indeed? You shall meet the excellent Mr. Gray. You've kept me waiting. Your excuses do not interest me. Introduce me to your handsome friend. Mr. Campbell, a fellow student. Mr. Gray, an old acquaintance. Delighted, sir. Delighted, sir. Yes, indeed. Delighted, sir, for my own part. Do tell me, does he assist you in your noble trade, Tuddy? Yes. Fine, strapping young fellow, with fine, observant eyes. Oh, you flatter me, sir. That was my intention. Well, through this room? No, you asked. We've had an assiduous reader in this room myself, kept waiting. So I see you have an eloquent sense of humor, Mr. Campbell. Admirable. Do not be all day of it, Toddy. I do hate to see disorder around me. Don't you? That'll teach you not to turn your back upon your elders, young sir, especially when they know so much of your little secrets. Come on, is it? It's no more intolerable than to be kept waiting by your inferiors. Mr. Campbell. Student of medicine. Is that what I heard the doctor say? Aye, he did, sir. Yes, just so. Strange to see a fine young chap like yourself mixed up in such foul company. It's bizarre. Do not take it seriously, Campbell. Pass me that instrument, Toddy. One can never be quite certain that he's not planning some mischief once one's back is turned. Oh, yes, he's done worse things than that before now. Have you not, Toddy? Or has he never told you of his past indiscretions? I said, pass me that, Toddy. That's right. And now, say you're sorry, Toddy. I'm sorry. It's hardly incumbent upon you to act in so solemn a manner, my friend. Just you do as you're told the first time you're instructed, and we shall all pass a delightful evening. N'est-ce pas? And Toddy shall take us out to dine. Oh, it's an excellent host, is our Toddy. He has many hidden talents. But first, our Toddy will offer us a few refreshments. Will he not? Wait! Before you do that, Toddy, I would have you shut the door. It says shut. Then open it. Go on. And now, shut it, Toddy. Firmly. Oh, what an obstinate villain you are, to be sure. An obstinate in a truculent brain. Oh, but my bed and I fell myself in my way. I would not deny it, but McFarlane is the boy. Toddy McFarlane, I call him. Toddy, my friend, where are those refreshments? Toddy hates me. Always has done. Hates me passionately. You do, Toddy, do you not? Do not call me that confounded name, hear him. Tell me, did you ever see the lads play knife? Toddy would like to do that to me. All over my body. He would. Oh, Toddy. Would you not, Toddy? What do you say, Doctor? When we medicals dislike a friend of ours, we dissect him. No, thank you, not for me. I've had sufficient. I said fill his glass. And after that, you can take yourself off. Mr. Campbell and I are going to have a little talk. I'm sorry, sir, but it is late. Oh, leaving us already? Are you surely not? I'm afraid so, sir. It appears I would require some fresh air. Toddy's fine liquor singing in your fine young head, sir. Frankly, sir, I've had just about as much as I can take from you. Take yourself off, you conceited young pup. I'll soon have to set them down. Good night, dear old friend. Good night, I didn't take you, Gray. But then who would have? And now, old friend, are you going to offer me a good night's sleep? With the utmost relish. I wager, old friend, you will sleep tonight as you have never slept before. You'd better look at the face. Go on. But how did you come by it? Look at the face. Richardson shall have the head. Now, you must pay me. Pay you. Pay you for that. Yes, indeed, by all means you must. It comes must vary, dear friend. One body supply, one body entered and paid for. Oh, correct. Body supply, neither entered nor paid for. Highly suspicious. Do you not agree? As to take a leave of your senses utterly. My dear friend, I cannot give it for nothing. You dare not take it for nothing. Now, where did you keep some of this money? In the cupboard. Then give me the key. But worse things appear to be, the more we must act as if everything was perfectly above board. Surely you see that. first proof of your good faith, my boy. Now, enter this. Then for your part, you may defy the devil. You'd better take your share, Luca.
Now, two Irish friends shared to be off, and I've had mine.
By the by, when a fellow of the world falls into a piece of luck and has a few extra shillings in his pocket, I'm ashamed to speak of it, there are certain rules of conduct. No treating of friends, no purchase of expensive class books, no squaring of old debts. You do not lend, you borrow. Understand? I've put my neck on a horse to oblige you. Oblige me? Oh, come, you did what you had to do in self-defense. If anything should happen to me, what would become of you? Mr. Grey, rest his odious soul, is the inevitable continuation of Jane Galbraith. You cannot begin and then stop now, can you? You have to keep on. There is indeed no rest for the wicked, dear friend. Oh, God, how did I begin all this? To be made a class assistant in the name of reason. Where's the harm in that? None. Then how did it lead to this? Tell me. What a boy you are. What harm has come to you? What harm can come to you? So long as you hold your tongue. My man, do you know what this life is? There are two squads of us. The lions and the lambs. If you're a lamb, you'll come to lie upon a slab before your time like old Grey or poor wee Jane. But if you're a lion, you'll live to ride a horse, like me, like Sullivan, like anybody with any wit and courage. A lion? You see me as a lion? Dear chap, you're clever, you have pluck, I like you. Sullivan admires you enormously. You were born to lead the hunt. You have to be heroic to lead, I know that. You have reason on your side, McFarlane. That very point. Oh, and if you should chance to pass a restless night, remember that there's no better purpose for a man like Grey than to serve the interests of medicine in the only way he may. Now, go back to your bed. Refresh your spirits and sleep. And tomorrow we continue our studies. And Richardson shall have the head? Exactly. Good night, my dearest friend. Good night, my father. A lion. Aye, a lion.
Come in.
Thank you for our trouble. Such gratitude. Oh, by the by, your behavior pleases me. Indeed, you show more courage than I thought. I have indeed forsworn the lambs, McFarlane. Oh, gentlemen, I've always completed my analysis. Admirable, Mr. Richard. What your satisfaction, Mr. Demonstrator? Oh, one would hope to find it thus, Mr. Demonstrator. After all the trouble one has taken with the fellow. Writing neat? Exceeding neat. The analysis conclusive. It shows fair progress. What then should he seen fit to make of our fine head? taken most infinite troubles to examine the workings of the brain. Good brain? A brain with complications, sir. It would seem its blood flows grey.
Really? I'm not sure I comprehend you.
May I ask, are you satisfied with my analysis so far? You will do fair credit to our profession. Dear Tender Richardson. Bye-bye.
Gentlemen,
Mr. Sullivan,
are you assisting Mr. Richardson, my friends?
that has been our endeavor, sir.
If you would kindly care to glance at my analysis, sir.
In due course, Mr. Richardson, in due course. Pray continue as you are.
Most eager.
Aye, they're all eager. Eager and ambitious. That's why we must remain as we are.
As we are.
Well supplied, my friend.
Well supplied.
Then we should call again upon our Irish friends. Alas, I no longer trust our Irish friends. They've been here to chatter in the taverns. I need more loyalty. Much, much more loyalty.
You know you may depend on us, sir.
May I, Mr. Campbell, may I?
Is there any doubt in your mind?
If there were, it could be silenced, I dare say. I have news, my friends.
News, sir?
I have a recent burial.
Oh, I see.
If you should require our assistance with the Irish ruffians. As I say, I have news of a recent burial, and I no longer trust our Irish friends. Now, you understand.
We understand, sir. Where's the burial ground?
The churchyard at Glencorse. A place of night, even of daytime, as I recall. Well, surely you're not afraid of ghosts, my friend. Well, hardly, sir. Then you both know what to do. The subject's an old woman recently laid to rest. Oh, and there'll be funds available, just as before.
No in between.
Exactly. It'll profit you, my friend. And the progress of medicine, I need hardly add.
Leave the matter in our hands, sir.
It'll have to be this midnight.
Yes.
Good day, gentlemen.
Mr. Sullivan, sir.
Well,
They were well pleased with me, Mr. McFarlane and Mr. Campbell.
and that, are you well pleased with that? Have you exhausted all it has to give? Perhaps you care for another one in time for next week's test.
Why, sir, that would serve me well.
I no doubt it would. So much is too virtuous would swoop upon a dying land.
Beg your pardon.
Let loose upon a grave in a green and quiet resting place. The not so final destination.
I'm not sure I quite take your point, sir.
You're the next subject for dissection, sir. A dissection.
My stomach is well prepared for it. You're an excellent host upon a meat. A compliment. Three friends. From damned accommodation. Dance like. You're a philosopher, my father. I confess I was an ass until I knew you. But between you and Sullivan, you've made a man of me. Of course we have. It took a man to back me up this morning. But I knew some of them were a kind of sickly creature the sight of it. Not you. Why, why not? It was no affair of mine. On the one side, there was nothing to gain but disturbance. And on the other, well, I knew I could rely on your gratitude, don't you see? May I? Oh, I see, my friend. I must certainly see. Now, the great thing, quite obviously, is not to be afraid. Oh, for all cant and sadness, I was born with contempt. Hell, God, devil, sin and crime, right and wrong, all that gallery of ancient curiosities. Now, they may frighten a boy like Richardson. But men of the world like ourselves, we despise them, you know. I'll give you an appropriate toast. To the memory of old Gray. Your last early friend. So soon?
The subject for dissection today, gentlemen, is a farmer's wife. A woman who lived for 60 years and been known for nothing but good butter and godly conversation. That good woman is to be rooted from her grave this midnight and carried dead and naked to this city she'd always honored with her Sunday best. The place beside her family to lie empty till the crack of doom. and our venerable limbs exposed to the last curiosity of the likes of you. Cause of all progressive science. Cause of all progressive science. The arms to Mr. Lacey. The nether limbs to Mr. Denshaw. The lower tongue to Mr. Gale. The head to Mr.
Darkness. Can you see the flesh? Over there. I don't see the trees. Easy. Oh, I cannot look upon a friend. There. She's fine. Our godly farmer's wife. Now, for the final effort. To the gate. Go back. In the right. Go on. That time, I'll see you in your light. What are you staring at? The sock. What of it? It's not a woman. I know, I tell you, it's not a woman. Come closer. Pull up the light. No, don't let me see it, please. I beg you, don't let me see it. What the hell?
McFarlane! McFarlane! You. Me. Did you hope I was dead, McFarlane? Did you? I heard your name. I feared it might be you. I wished to know that after all there was a God. I know now that it's none.
I must confess I hardly recognized you. You appear to be a little out at elbows. What? Well, we must see what we can do for you for old lang syne. The lions and the lambs.
Give the good landlord your address. It may reward you. Money. Money from you. The money I had from you is lying where I cast it. At Glencorse churchyard in the rain, McFarlane. Did you see it again? Did you see it again as I do every night? Did you see it again?
No one will ever know if McFarlane is haunted as his friend Campbell is haunted. Certainly he gives no hint of it to his fashionable London patients. And only his intimates are aware that he drugs himself to sleep every night of his life.
Ian Poe is a member of the Royal Shakespeare Company.